Hello, beautiful people, and welcome, to a quick little video giving you guys my first impressions on the new Imaginarium theater game modes. I've just cleared it for the first time on my own account because of the staggered release on different regions. I also had cleared it before on someone else's account, so I've done it a couple times. I'm getting a good idea of what it's gonna be like, and yeah, let's get right into it. So for those of you who didn't follow the leaks, didn't really pay too much attention during the live stream, very quick TLDR of it is you can select a mode, easy, normal, or hard mode. In the hard mode, which is going to be the one I'll be covering because it's the one that gives you the most rewards. You start with these 6 characters. You can either use your own if you have them, or the trial version if you don't. For me, I'll be using my own for everyone except Scaramouche, /Wanderer, /whatever. And obviously you can go gear them accordingly. And then you can use any Animal, Pyro, or Electro characters, or one of a few special guest stars, which are effectively a way for them to be able to put the characters that are on banner or have been on banner recently or will be on banner soon, so that you don't feel like, oh, well, I'm not going to go for this character when they can't help me in the new game mode. But yeah, this is generally probably not going to be a lot of characters, just a very small amount. You can use these characters, and you can use any Animo, Electro, and Pyro characters. For this one, it's Animo, Pyro, and Electro, but it's going to change in the future. You can invite one supporting character from one of your friends, and then the remaining 11 characters you have to choose from your own roster, which means if you don't have 11 characters that meet the requirements, you just can't enter the mode. Sucks to be you, Rip Bozo. And also keep in mind that that is excluding the starting 6 characters. Then you can select your characters, whatever. If you're struggling to just own the right amount of characters, remember you can use Electro main character from what I understand. So, but yeah, once you have your characters, you go in. And effectively what these characters are is they'll go in your basically backlog of characters. You start with the 6 characters and you can make a team of 4 using the six starting characters. And then every time you clear a floor, you will unlock one character at random from your alternate cast, from the characters you selected. If I go in, if I clear the battle, I'll gain one. But you can also, in between floors, either get boons, which give you buffs, or unlock one of your characters. So here, right? This would choose one character from 2 random Electro characters in my alternate cast. Here, this is just 2 random characters entirely. I reroll here if I want to get a boon. And sometimes you can also buy boons, which effectively give you buffs. So here, value will be kept whenever you use normal charge and plunge attacks to deal pyro damage. When it's 4, you deal more damage. So, for that, you select your battle, you go in. Once you're in, you'll go in selected team. Each battle is going to have a specific condition. So this one, I can earn more currency. This currency is for this run only. It's not stuff you can spend on stuff after your run, right? If I defeat at least one opponent using a charge attack, and I'll try to make sure I kill at least one opponent using a charge attack. There we go. We got that clear condition. And then we get our clear. Once you've done that, you get a random character, and then again, you get put into the same screen. You can either get some characters, or get some Wondrous Boons, or you can get some these things, which are basically buffs to your progression in a way. So like, for example, here, you get 1 more selection when you select a Wondrous Boon. And it goes like this pretty much until the end. Personally, I think that this mode is, I don't want to say disappointing because my expectations weren't high, but it definitely didn't exceed my expectation. The biggest issue I have with the mode is because you only have 8 different acts and you get about 80 per, a little bit more on average because there's some elites and some bosses, let's say 90 per act, and you do have to select some companions to add, otherwise you're kind of just gonna run out. Each run is gonna end up with maybe somewhere between 5 and 8 Wondrous Boons by the end. And the reality is that 5 or 8 Wondrous Boons, especially because a lot of them just don't do anything, is such a minor buff. It's kind of like as significant as 3 Abyss cards by 12-3. And it makes it so that it doesn't feel like you're doing a run in a roguelike mode. It really just feels like you're doing homework for the first 7 acts, just so you can get to the last act and actually fight the fight that matters. If you were to not select a single boon from beginning to end, you'd be able to do the last fight very easily still, which takes away a lot of the fun from stuff like boons and blessings and stuff. Right, if for those of you that play Star Rail, a lot of what makes Sim Universe fun is that the blessings change a lot in terms of how the game is played. Picking the right blessings matters a lot, and when it comes to at least Golden Gears, when you get to High Conundrum, like you have to get good synergies going. You have to do things that matter in your boon selection or your strategy selection, right? And in this, it just doesn't matter whatsoever. The one thing that matters is you need to make sure that you have a somewhat playable 4-unit team in every single chamber. But I mean, somewhat playable really isn't that challenging. Somewhat playable includes a random assortment of non-synergistic units in a bad team. Wait, that's Venti. I'm just not gonna swap to him, who cares?
Into the shadows. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Go on.
The only people that are going to struggle to beat this are people who just don't have their characters built whatsoever. You also can't choose less than 4 party members, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. Anyways, point being, this game mode has some pretty big issues when it comes to balance that make it so that it's either so trivially easy that it just can't be fun, or you don't have enough characters so you just can't really do it. But again, right, like I really think the biggest issue is that boons just don't feel like they do anything because you just don't get enough and they don't individually do enough and they don't really change how the game is played. And this is something that could change in the future. Even if they don't change the structure, if they make boons significantly more impactful and then significantly buff the health of the enemies, with the exact same structure, this game mode could be good. But right now, in my opinion, it isn't. Anyways, so that's gonna be it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next one. Bye, YouTube.